Let's go! Tell him, Robert. Tell me. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Coach John Reacts. Today, we're going to look at my man, Keto Savage's YouTube video about losing 50 plus pounds. I'm excited. I've watched a lot of, he has this Ask Me Anything series. You can go check it out. Link right there. Really cool guy, mad respect. Without him, I can honestly say I wouldn't be where I'm at. He definitely gave me a door, so to speak, into the keto space. He planted my first ability to have voice. So I have a lot of respect for the man. Of course, I'm sure there are things we've both evolved as humans that we disagree on, things we do agree on. So I'm excited to dive into this video and kind of react to it. I don't know what it's going to bring. I don't know what he's going to say, but let's go ahead and get started with it. Get into the video. Let's do it.
Hello, ladies and gents. Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and welcome to another Ask Me Anything episode. Today, we're going to be talking about how to lose fat over a sustained period of time if you have a lot of fat to lose, a lot of weight to lose. Great question. Got a good response for it, but before we dive into that, let's roll the intro.
He likes to roll his intros. Also, I like where this is going already. Keyword here. Sustainable. Keyword. Dude is shredded. Oh, he shortened it. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
All right, we are back. This question is brought to us by, I'm probably going to butcher this name, so please forgive me. It's H-A-L-Y.
We forgive you.
N-A. Halyana? I don't know. But cool name. I like it. She asks, or he asks.
I hate when I have to mispronounce names. It makes you sound so dumb, but you're not. It's just sometimes we're not taught that in school. They need to write every name that could possibly exist, and we have to memorize how to pronounce them properly. Okay, that's what needs to happen.
What? I don't know the name. I'm sorry. How do you get and stay motivated when you have a lot of weight to lose? Not just 20 pounds or so. Most of my adult life, I've been between 300 and 335 pounds. And 3 times over the last decade, I've lost 75 to 80 pounds over 8 to 11 months, only to lose sight, fall away from new habits like diet changes, gym schedules, and yoga, self-care, and regaining all the lost weight.
I don't know who this person is, but my word, do I feel for you, man. And that's what I mean. That's why I do what I do with the holistic health and everything that I coach on. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have great responses to this. He's a good guy in this light, but man, like, so many people struggle with that. They don't build the foundational mindset and self-awareness to sustain weight loss. That's what I love about kind of the approach of a lot of ketogenic coaches. It's not just that we're good with keto, but a lot of us come at it from the perspective of health is more than just numbers, right? It's how you see yourself. It's how you function in society. It's the kind of lifestyle you've adopted. Have you created identity in your new self? Because if you haven't, you'll revert back to your old self to find purpose, because without purpose, humans are lost. And so being able to dive into those things is so important for a weight loss journey. And a lot of people don't do it, and they gain the weight back.
If I look back at what motivated me each time, it varies from having a health scare to realizing how long I'd been single to wanting to look slimmer for a family wedding. I can't seem to find the motivation now to make it longer than a day, let alone months and likely years. And I'm feeling like my age, 46, and slowing metabolism hormones are making it even harder. All right, so this is a great question. I feel like this is a very applicable question to many of you out there. So let's dive in. I want to answer this from a physiological, technical standpoint and also from a psychological standpoint.
I like it.
So from a technical standpoint, if you have a
holistic health is nutrition and mindset joined beautifully together. Bottom line.
Ton of weight to lose, you're probably not going to be able to lose it all in one fell, seamless swoop, because let's say your baseline caloric intake is 3,000 calories and you've got 100 pounds to lose. By the time you gradually cut calories, get your hormones in check, get your metabolism dialed in, or eating the right foods, all of that, your calories are probably going to be low to a point in which it's not healthy to continue cutting calories, because then you're just going to down-regulate your metabolism further. So in that situation, what I would recommend doing, and I'll just throw some numbers out there to kind of give some context. Let's say you had that 3,000 calorie starting point. and you cut down to 1,500 calories, so half of that baseline maintenance, and you've lost 50 of those 100 pounds. You've done so over 6 to 8 months, all right? And rather than trying to cut below that 1,500 calorie mark, which is going to have a negative effect on your metabolism, it's going to have a negative effect on your hormones, it's going to be a hard psychological grasp to keep dieting and keep being restrictive for even longer. What I would encourage you to do is have a period of reverse dieting, which you actually increase calories while focusing on resistance training, building up more lean muscle tissue, which is going to have a positive impact on your metabolism. You're going to see some gain in weight, but you're not going to gain the 50 pounds back that you lost if you do this within reason.
Let me condense this for you, because what he's saying is so good, and you should be taking notes, because he's absolutely right. Condense it for you. You can write this on a sticky note, slap it on your bathroom mirror. Play the long game. Stop expecting quick fixes for long-term success. Play the long game. Don't chronically diet. Make sure you're reverse dieting. Make sure you're focusing on other things other than just the scale so that you can have a long-term sustainable success. Stop playing the short game and trying to get quick fixes. Humans love quick fixes. They love rewards now. And that's just not how a lifestyle works. It takes time. It takes patience. Have patience. Play a long game. Do what he says.
So say you are able to work your calories back up to beyond 3,000, maybe 3,500, because you're also weight training, you've built more muscle over this period of time, but you haven't gained the 50 pounds back. So let's just say you gain 20 pounds back instead of the 50 that you lost initially. Then you stay at that 3,500 calorie mark for a while. You improve your metabolism, you improve your hormones, you improve your lean mass, and then you transition back into a cut. And let's say you lose another 50 pounds. Since you started at a lower weight to begin with this time, if you lost that same 50 pounds, you haven't reached that 100-pound loss goal, but you have lost more than you lost the same amount you did the first time, but your starting position was better than it was the first time.
Get what he's saying? So you lose 50 pounds, you gain 20 back during a reverse diet and maintenance hold, and then you lose another 50 pounds. So really overall, you've lost 80 pounds instead of 100, but it's sustained, and you're going to keep it off because you've been regulating a healthy metabolism. One thing, though, that he says like the bottom for like men is like 1,500. I think for women he says 1,400. That's something that I don't necessarily agree with anymore in context. So like with bodybuilders, totally. But I think when a man's at like 1,500 calories, especially if he's like a normal sized, average sized male that's working out, that's an extremely hard place to be mentally. And it could be great for a cut, but it can have a negative impact on hormones. And so for the average Joe that's watching this reaction, I would recommend never going below 1,700. I wouldn't go below that, to be honest with you. There's no point. Hit 17, hold it for a couple weeks, reverse diet out of that, get healthy, do it again. No reason to go that low. There's just no reason to go that low. Unless you have a particular goal weight at a certain date, unless you're getting on stage. I personally don't find that to be psychologically healthy for someone that has hundreds of pounds to lose. My 2 cents.
So you cycle through that again. And you repeat that cyclical process of building and ramping up metabolism, improving hormone function, improving lean mass, and cutting and losing body fat. And you repeat that cycle as many times as is necessary to reach the desired composition, goal weight, body fat percentage, etc., all while making sure that your metabolism is within a healthy limit.
Can I just say, I like how close his face is to the screen. I feel like we're actually talking to each other. We're making eye contact. It's nice.
Healthy range, your hormones are in check, you're consuming adequate calories. This is why you can't really, if you have a ton of weight to lose, you can't just chronically undereat, because it's going to have a detrimental effect on your metabolism and hormones. It's going to make it that much harder to improve your composition going forward. So having this cyclical phase in which you're building, and cutting, that makes sense regardless of what your goals are. Regardless if your goal is to just lose weight or build muscle, you're going to benefit from that transitioning through those phases no matter where you're at in life or what your goals are. But
agreed. Your metabolism adapts, and being able to manipulate yourself metabolically by cycling up and down in calories is super important and such a key way of maintaining long-term weight loss success. Wholly 100% agree with him on that.
Especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. From a psychological standpoint, you talked a lot about motivation. You talked about looking good for a wedding, a family event, the realization that you've been single for longer than you'd like. You want to look better for the opposite sex. You want to improve
Looking slender for your mate. I dig that.
your health, your confidence, your overall appearance. All of that's great, but motivation is a very fleeting thing.
Let's go! Tell him, Robert. Tell me. Motivation sucks sometimes. It gets good at times, but it's so. Dude, man, it's like the smoke on that freaking the essential oils. It comes up for a second, then whew, gone. It might fill the air for a little bit. It might smell nice. Whew. Man, it's preaching right now. Listen.
Motivation is finite. I can watch a YouTube video all about getting stoked from David Goggins. That's going to motivate me to no end, but there is an end because motivation is finite. And you have to leverage more than motivation when it comes to reaching a goal that's going to take a long period of time. That's why I lean on discipline more so than motivation. Motivation is great for that initial spark, but it's not going to be a long-lasting flame that keeps your desires in check. It keeps your actions and your habits on the right path.
Motivation are the twigs that start a flame. Discipline is the log that keeps it burning.
That's where discipline comes in. And I don't want to lecture you about discipline, but I encourage you.
No. You lecture us. You shove it down our. Tell us how it is. Tell us how it is. I want to hear it.
To not view this through the lens of simply being motivated or unmotivated. Motivation is great. I don't want to downplay motivation. Inspiration is great. Don't want to downplay inspiration. But it'll only get you so far.
Amen.
The human brain is such that, everything is cyclical. Energy, interest, desires, it all changes. It's all in a state of flux. But if you can leverage discipline towards things that you know to be moving you in the right direction, even if it's a very small incremental change, but if it's chipping away at the overall goal and getting you closer and closer and closer every single day, that discipline is going to be what gets you to the end desired result, not the motivation. So highly encourage you to look at it through a disciplined lens and not a motivated lens. And that is all I've got to say about that for those that are wanting to lose a significant amount of weight from both a technical and a psychological standpoint. Thank you very much for the question. I'm sorry I do not know how to pronounce your name, but you requested toasted almond coconut keto bricks, so I'm sending them your way today.
Guys, I need to come up with a product that can send you guys. Put in the comment section. Do you want something I can send you guys when you give me links to videos to react to? Start sending me links to videos to react to.
Hopefully you'll get those soon. Again, for any of y'all that did not know how this AMA works, if you submit a question via the questionnaire link in the description of this video, and I used your question on this video, I will send you some keto bricks of your choosing. And I appreciate the content, appreciate the questions, and I appreciate your time. So y'all have a great one, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right, so that was the video. AMA, Ask Me Anything. Again, great series. If I can't find the link that I put up earlier or I pointed at, it might not pop up in the corner. I'm definitely going to have his YouTube channel and the series link in the description. I agree with him wholeheartedly. I think that it has to be cyclic to be able to manipulate metabolism for long-term success. It's going to help make the weight loss sustainable. You're not going to gain it if you have a bad day as bad because you're helping keep regulating your metabolism, keeping it healthy. I definitely think that everything he said about discipline and mindset is 100% on point. The man was preaching truth. The one thing, again, like I said, is, and he didn't say this. He used 1,500 as an example. Let me clarify that. But, I know that that's like a bottom floor that we all tend to agree with. And it's something that I've trying to change my mind as it comes to the average Joe. I think that that's as low as you take a man, no matter his goal. But I think that for someone that's trying to lose hundreds of pounds, there's no reason to go that low and have that couple weeks of just absolute terrible hunger and mental calamity that comes with that low. And so kind of staying above 1,700 is probably my keeper. So that's more of a no, because he didn't necessarily say that. He was just using it as an example point for the deficit, so you could kind of walk through what cycling through that might look like in a healthy way. So all in all, love the video, guys. Again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody that you think would get something from it, and put a link to a video in the comments that you want me to react to. All right, guys, till next time.